Okay, so let's begin today's project and make ourselves some lovely granny square style eggs. Okay, so for today's project you will need a polystyrene egg or stuffing. This egg measures approximately 6 centimeters. You will need a crochet hook for the type of yarn you're using. I'm going to be using double knit cotton, so I'm going to be using my 3.5mm hook today. You will need a pair of sharp scissors and a tapestry needle. Okay, so to begin with, choose the 3 colours that you'd like to work with. So for today's project, I have chosen to use these James Brett cottons. Okay, so let's begin round 1. To begin our eggs now, take your chosen colour yarn for what will be the centre colour of your egg. So I've chosen this lovely lilac. And so this is James Brett cotton I'm using here on a 3.5mm hook I've chosen. So to begin with, let's make our magic ring. And we are going to place you're either going to be working in double crochet if you're using US terminology. If you're using UK terminology, you're going to be using treble crochet. Okay, so whichever terminology you prefer to use. I tend to work in US terminology, it's just how I learned, so I'll probably say double crochet throughout this project, but obviously if you're using UK terminology, for you that will be a treble every time I say a double. Okay, if that makes sense. So let's begin. So our first stitch, in case you're quite new to crochet, for our double crochet or our treble if you're using UK terminology, is yarn over the hook, pop your hook through the centre of the circle, pull the yarn through, you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, leaving you 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, and that's your first stitch. Okay, yarn over, hook through the centre of the circle, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we now have 2 double crochet, and we're going to continue in this way until we have 10 double crochet. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one, 10. Okay, so we can now pull that tail of our magic circle tight, and that will close the hole. And now we're just going to slip stitch into the top of the very first stitch we made. Okay, and then we're going to finish this colour now. So cut the yarn and just finish that off, pull through to secure there. And that's the first part of the egg. So now go ahead and choose your second colour. Now I have my second colour, which is going to make round 2 of our egg, which is this nice yellow on this one. So choose your colour you would like for this round. And you are going to join this colour into the top of any stitch from the previous round. Okay, so it doesn't matter whereabouts you start, just join your colour on. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to place 2 chain, and we're going to place 1 double crochet into the same stitch. Okay, and work it into the next stitch. We're going to place 2 double crochet, so 1 and another 1 into the same stitch. Okay, and we're going to continue working this way of 2 double crochet into each stitch from the previous round, and at the end of this round we'll have a stitch count of 20. So now it's time to choose your third colour. For this one I'm going to use this lovely fuchsia pink. Okay, and we're going to join the yarn in a slightly different way on this one. So on the previous round we joined into the top of the double crochet stitches. On this round we're going to join in the spaces between the 2 double crochet that we've done. So not the space between the 2 double crochet, so not there. So not here, it's in here. So you're going to go here and then here. So you have 2 double crochet in between each space. So join your yarn in any space, and then we are going to chain 2. And this time we're going to place 2 double crochet into the same space. Okay, and in the next space, so you have your 2 double crochet from the previous round, then you have a space, okay, and it's in that space we're now going to place our 3 double crochet. Okay, so continue working in this way all the way around. I'm just coming up to the end of this round now, and I'm just going to place my last 3 double crochet into the last space. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, oops, let's do that one again. 3. Okay, and now we're going to slip stitch into the top of our chain 2. There we go, to finish that round. Okay, and then we'll finish this off, cut the yarn and pull through. And there we have the first side of our egg. So we're going to repeat the whole process again and make an identical one, and meet me back here once you have another identical circle to this. You can use the same colours, or feel free, if you want the reverse of your egg to be a different colour, you can change colours. So go ahead, make another identical one and meet me back here. Okay, so now you have 2 circles like this. So you now have the front of your egg and you have the back of your egg. So for the next part, we need to turn them over, and the worst part of crochet, or for me anyway, we have to sew in all our ends, but it needs to be done. So go ahead, sew in all the ends and join me back here for the next part. Okay, so now our ends are sewn in, we are going to place the wrong sides of the circles together. Okay, we get our coordinating colour yarn that we used for round 3, and we are going to join our yarn to any of the 2 stitches from the previous rounds. We're just going to line the circles up, wrong sides together. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to pop through a stitch on the first circle and through a stitch on the second. Okay, then I'm going to join my yarn. Okay, chain 1. Okay, so in the next stitch now, I'm going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to be slip stitching all the way around, but we don't go to the very end because we need to pop our egg in soon. Okay, so line your stitches up between the 2 circles and hook through the 2 circles with the matching stitches so it lines up, and pull through and continue slip stitching your way around. Okay, so just take your time to make sure they line up. So once you reach the halfway point, or just over the halfway point, somewhere around there, it's now time to place your egg or your stuffing. If you're using stuffing, you can begin the stuffing process now. If you're using the polystyrene or plastic egg, just pop your egg in now before the hole gets too small. Okay, and then we'll just continue slip stitching as we were before, all the way around until we get to the very end and our egg is closed. So now I'm at the end and my egg is fully enclosed in my crochet. I'm just coming up to the last stitch now, and I'm just going to do one last slip stitch. Okay, and then I'm going to cut the yarn and pull through. There we go, so I've just woven in my ends, so as you can see now we have a lovely granny square egg to add to our collection. So you can also add hangers to these if you wish, or you could just leave them in a bowl as a lovely decorative display. So I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe for my upcoming videos, and I'll see you in the next video.